Welcome to the Big Picture. Tonight, as usual, is a big news day. A lot of breaking news happening tonight. Of course, the SNAP benefits, the shutdown. We're going to talk about AI tonight. We're going to talk about 3i Atlas, the latest update on it. And there's UFOs being tracked up and down the East Coast in many places around the world. But guess what? They're not UFOs. They're not flying objects. They're underwater. That and much more tonight on the Big Picture. Let's go.
You're watching the Big Picture.
All right, welcome into the Big Picture. There she is. There she is. The queen. She's coming in. There she is.
Let's go.
Representing tonight, we got confessionals, blurry creatures.
Things got blurry.
We'll talk about that a little bit later, but let's get into the news straight off the bat tonight. We're going to start with Politico tonight. Let me adjust you a little bit there. There we go. We had a lot of camera issues earlier. Utterly shameful. Congress to crush U.S. record this week for the longest shutdown. There's no chance for Congress to resolve the shutdown and reopen the government before crossing the historic threshold Tuesday, tomorrow.
Going to break that record.
Going to break that record tomorrow. It's going to be the longest ever in U.S. history. Congress is on track this week to break an unflattering record, presiding over the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. The ongoing funding lapse will hit the 35-day mark Tuesday night, eclipsing the partial shutdown that ended in the early 2019 and occurred during President Donald Trump's first administration. Bipartisan talks among rank-and-file senators are underway, which could thaw the week-long freeze between the two parties. Lawmakers over the weekend were confronted with the grim reality that millions of Americans could lose SNAP food aid, as well as more closures of early education centers, shortages of air traffic controllers, and first glimpses of higher health care premiums as Obamacare subsidies are set to expire. But there's little chance members of Congress will be able to cobble together a deal to reopen the government before their partisan stalemate clears a new milestone. Even if an agreement quickly materialized in the Senate, lawmakers aren't scheduled to return to the Capitol until Monday night, and Speaker Mike Johnson has told House members they will get 48 hours notice before they need to be back in Washington to vote on my bill. All right, Sandy, so here we are. We're about to cross that threshold into the longest shutdown in U.S. history. And, in the previous shutdowns, we've covered them on this show, and then we've lived through them in our lives.
Right.
It seems like this one is having more of an impact.
You think? That is an understatement, probably the understatement of the year. Indeed, sir. Indeed.
So what do you think is making such a big impact, that it's so obvious that this one's bigger than any? Because the last one was longer than this as of tomorrow. We'll break as of today. We'll tie it today. But why are you saying that you don't think that the one that was just as long felt the same way?
Maybe it's more, better, quicker media. I don't know.
I think that's part of it.
That has something to do with it. But people are in a tizzy about SNAP.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the only thing. There are the other matters as well. But that's what you hear, right?
Right.
That's what's in the forefront.
Absolutely.
Is the whole SNAP situation.
Absolutely. And let's just snap a little bit and show our shirts here.
You're going to snap back.
Come on, before y'all think that we're in some kind of weird cult or something, we're representing our friends.
Yes.
So we just went to BlurryCon.
BlurryCon 3.
Which was awesome. And revival broke out. People started getting prayed for. People getting saved and everything. It was incredible.
It got blurry, but in a good way.
In a good way. It sure did. Now, this is, of course, our great friend, Tony Merkel.
Yep.
Love the
Confessionals team. Oh, man. I love those guys.
They're awesome.
They were there, obviously. But, great conference.
Great conference. And we got some exciting announcements about some upcoming conferences of our own that we might get into tonight. We might not, but who knows? Continuing on the topic of the shutdown, this guy right here, I don't know what to think about him. He comes and goes. He goes a little bit one way.
You really don't know what to think about him?
I really don't. Do you?
Well, he's blurry.
In a different kind of blurry.
He's blurry. Listen, really?
Yeah.
Can we not go to the Brooks Brothers or
what does that mean?
SNK or something? This man.
Oh, you're talking about clothing.
Some clothing. Okay. He needs it worse than our friend Volodymyr Zelensky.
Dude cannot live without shorts and a sweatshirt hoodie.
But yet He's inspired to walk around Washington, D.C. like that.
He goes into Congress like that, not just walking around Washington,
That's
D.C.
what I'm saying. All of Washington, D.C.
He goes in to make votes like that.
Comfortable that way. And so that's my first issue with him.
But he's the only Democrat that's voting in favor of, he's consistently voted with the Republicans. Senator John Fetterman says Democrats are to blame, his own party, for the government shutdown, insists they must own its consequences. Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania has said that his own party is to blame for the ongoing government shutdown. As Americans lose their access to food stamps and other essential government services, Fetterman insists that it is the Democrat Party that is to blame. In an interview with CNN's Jake Tapper on Sunday, Fetterman said that it is time the Democratic leaders stepped up and owned the consequences of their actions. Quote, "We are hurting the very people that we fight for, and now we're getting nothing for them and continue to keep our government shut down. It is deeply, deeply distressing to know that 42 million Americans are going to lose their SNAP benefits. I feel like the Democrats really need to own this shutdown. I mean, we're shutting it down. I know why. They claim because they want to address the tax credits, and I fully support that. I do believe many Democrats realize, and now Republicans realize, that we have to address this and extend these tax credits. I absolutely hope that we do. I fully support these things, but this is the wrong tactic. Right now, by doing this, our government shut down. We're neither of those things, and they guarantee neither you're going to get your SNAP benefits and you're not going to get those kind of tax credits that we all need. Reopen this thing, and we can find a way forward that this democracy operates for now." So Senator John Fetterman.
We could go multiple directions, but let's just, for a moment, talk about the tax credits.
Right.
Now, every year you have until December 15th or so, right?
Sometime in
to
December.
Renew, re-up,
yeah.
Whatever you want to say, at least when we're concerning Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Yeah, all of them.
Us,
any of them that are in the marketplace.
In the marketplace.
Yeah.
So for us, Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Yeah.
And for all of you, whatever all the other providers are. So here we are on November the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a month and 12 days or so.
The market opened on the 1st.
11 days, whatever. Away from that deadline.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we really need to be getting on that just for that one thing. Then you talk about the food assistance and the SNAP benefits. All right. So they received them in October. Anyone who was a recipient, correct? Or
yes, they did. Yes.
And so they did not renew on November 1st.
Right.
So some people are in a very dire situation, and I'm sure we're going to talk about possible help.
We're going to talk about that.
But so those are just those two things right there. I'm sure we're going to talk about Elon Musk and revelations about said benefits,
and the agenda.
Agendas. My goodness.
There's a hidden agenda that's going to be exposed tonight on this program.
Yeah. So I hate that people are up in arms, and, supposedly there have been situations in stores and people threatened and fear, and not only fear of individuals. I'm not going to be able to take care of my family because the economy is so bad. I am, uber super dependent on this. Of course, we know that there are probably people out there abusing those benefits. And then you have, on the other hand, maybe you are a single woman or a senior citizen, and you have fear because you're concerned about going to the store by yourself and being attacked. So we got stuff going on all over the place.
Exactly. And going back to what you're talking about the tax breaks, let's remember that what this is really about is not the initial system of the tax breaks. It is the extension and the bonus that was given during COVID. That's what this is about. Let's not forget this. The entire thing they're holding out for is because the COVID marketplace, I forgot what the percentage was, but they gave them a whole lot more to make it basically effective for zero for many of them, are set to expire December 31st. So the fight on the Democrat side is not to extend Obamacare tax credits. It's to extend the bloated tax credits that was put on top of those tax credits during COVID. That's what this is all about. And nobody's really breaking that down, but that is 100% what this is all about, because they're saying people's healthcare is going to skyrocket. What that means is, well, guess what? The insurance companies, because of Obamacare, has already skyrocketed the premiums, and they have put in place and factored in that they're going to get all this tax credits, and the people's going to, quote unquote, be able to afford it. Well, lo and behold, with the Republicans are saying, we're not going to re-up the COVID extensions. We're going to re-up Obamacare, but we're not going to re-up the COVID extensions. Where is the insurance companies coming back and saying, you know what? Okay, yeah, this has been a cash cow for us, but if we want to stay in business, we'll just adjust as well to make this work. It's a tug of war going on right now.
Exactly. Which started, who knows how many years or even decades ago, when the graciousness, hospitality, compassion of this country brought so many people in and extended all kinds of benefits to them.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, probably more than what could actually be covered. And so as benefits are continuing to be used in hospitals and, services, maybe even surgeries, well, they're not getting recouped and repaid for all these. So guess what? We get in this vicious tug of war cycle that brings us to this wonderful present reality.
Exactly. And the majority, this is what's being said, the majority of the 42 million are potentially, allegedly, illegal immigrants. And it's like, if that's the truth, if over 50% of what we're talking about in this 42 million.
Are you speaking food benefits?
From the SNAP. From SNAP, yes.
Yeah, that's the
from
number
SNAP.
for that.
From SNAP.
But listen, there is a lot, there's just abuse on every side. And we're not talking about just immigrants here.
Yeah. And in the middle of everything are human beings.
Yes.
Okay, whether they're immigrants or not, they're still human beings. People have to eat. Right. And when people don't eat, they get crazy. And that's what we've been talking about. That's what we've been talking about.
Obviously. And there should be, I don't know how you would do it, because schemers find all kinds of new creative ways to fulfill what they're trying to do. But if a benefit is given to an individual, should we not have a little more safety valves to make sure that person is using those? Because
not to mention the fact is there should be some hoops you got to jump through. You got to prove why you can't work. Not that you just don't work. You got to prove why you can't work. Right. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And then you got to, you got to look at the situation. I don't know how in the world you'd really police this, but people are calling this so uncompassionate, but people are pointing out that some of these people that are making these videos about, we're going to storm Walmart and steal all this stuff, some of them are like 300 and 400 pounds. And it's like, they obviously are. I mean, they got shopping carts. I saw one video of this one woman, she had 2 shopping carts running over. I mean, we can barely fill 1 shopping cart and barely can afford it. I'm talking about, there is a system problem here.
There's a system problem. And I guess where I'm coming from is some recipients are selling their benefits for pennies on the dollar.
Yes.
And in order to do that, you're scamming the system some way. Why does the system not have more safety valves to make sure you are the one?
Yeah.
And maybe you are going in and allowing someone, doing the shop for someone and then giving it to them. They pay you cash. I don't know. But that's not.
But see, when you stand there, we're not going to stay on this all night long, but when you're standing there at the front of the grocery store and you want some cash, and what Sandy's talking about is the way this system goes down is somebody's walking in there just to buy groceries and they say, hey, how about this? How about I use my benefits to go in there and buy your groceries, and for every $1 that I spend, you just give me 75 cents back. Or something like that.
Some less than that.
Some less than that. So these people are going, okay, so I'm going to get more food than what I plan on getting today. So they go in there and they buy these benefits. This is happening in all 50 states. And they're going and using it for drugs. They're going and using it for things that shouldn't be used for. And that's abuse. I don't know how you police that, but there are some things that need to change. And I think we're going to cover in just a minute. There are some proposals of why this thing is down, and I hate it. I hate it. But while it's down, if there's ever going to be a chance to remove some things and some
do
loopholes,
a little bit of a
now.
reset and a revamp. Look,
yeah,
yes. And here's another thing. You were talking about, some of these recipients are quite overweight. I'm not going.
No, we're not trying to be critical. I'm just saying.
I'm not even coming that angle. I'm coming from this. We need, if that benefit is there to help provide nutrition, we need to close some pathways to be able to spend so much of this money, this benefit money, on processed food.
Absolutely.
This is terrible for all of us, the children especially.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the answer is, and I don't want to be the one sitting here splitting hairs trying to do all this. We need to do better by the kids. They need good nutritional food, and we need to do better by the country because there are other people that are struggling, suffering. There does not seem to be an equality. I see and hear so much. I don't know why, but I'm in serious need, but can only qualify for $100 of help or whatever. And then you see other people touting, thank you for that super chat.
Dark horse.
Touting about
Canadian dollars. Come on.
I get $2,000. I get $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
This is craziness.
It is crazy. It is crazy. Well, Ted Cruz is now predicting that the Schumer shutdown, he says, is going to end after Election Day, which is tomorrow. He says the government shutdown that began on October 1st is stretched past a month, blah, blah, blah. On Sunday morning's Futures on Fox News, Ted Cruz was asked whether the impasse might break this week. He said, quote, I think it's likely to open Wednesday or Thursday of this week. Let's just listen to him.
Senator, before you go, will the government open this upcoming week? This is getting seriously impacting the U.S. economy. What's your take?
I think it's likely to open Wednesday or Thursday of this week. The Democrats will wait until after Election Day because they think a shutdown is good for energizing the crazies in their party. But I think it'll be either late this week or early next week.
Are you going to have to?
So that's interesting. And what he's saying is this is being used as a tool to energize the base. And, they're using it as leverage. In fact, the Democrats they openly said, I forget which one it was, but one of the representatives said openly and was quoted on camera of saying, well, yeah, we hate that people are suffering. We know that people are suffering, but the reality is this is our only leverage that we have right now. So, but make no mistake, Republicans are doing it too. Republicans and Democrats are using human beings as leverage in a chess game, a game of chicken, basically. Who's going to flinch?
And this is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
But breaking news tonight, this happened just before we went on the air. Trump administration has said that they will dole out partial SNAP benefits amid Democrat government shutdown, is what the words of this article is. The Trump administration expects to dole out a partial SNAP program benefits as they were not given at the beginning of the month due to Democrats refusing to reopen the government more than a dozen times. We're going to rehash in that. But it says, according to reports, the Trump administration will send partial benefits in the midst of the shutdown, telling a Rhode Island federal judge on Monday that it would, quote, tap billions of dollars in contingency funds to pay 50% of the normal amount of SNAP benefits in November as the U.S. government shutdown persists. The administration, in a court filing, told the judge that it had declined the option he suggested to make full November payments for SNAP benefits by using at least $4 billion from the Child Nutrition Program, as well as from other unspecified funds. They refused to do that. Instead, the administration will use going to wipe out the $4.65 billion remaining from a contingency fund for SNAP appropriated by Congress for November benefits, and will be obligated to cover 50% of eligible household current allotments. More specifically, the Trump administration said it will, quote, fulfill its obligation to expend the full amount of SNAP contingency funds today by generating the table required for states to calculate the benefits available for each eligible household in that state. As such, partial benefits will start going out, although the timing varies state by state. The administration also faced the options of using the Child Nutrition Program funds to allocate the benefits, but USDA said the funds should remain available to protect full operation of the Child Nutrition Program throughout the fiscal year instead of being used for SNAP benefits. So in short, I I'm assuming, I believe it's 50%. They're going to wipe out a contingency rainy what do they call that? Rainy day fund of the USDA. And here's the crazy thing: the judge that demanded that he do this said, "Well, why don't you just use the child food program and take the money from there?" And which that's all what we always hear. Remember, they're going to cut taxes, which is going to cut the children's food. But yet, here's a Democrat judge saying to do that. Trump said no. So I don't know what the timeline is on this is. This does not mean the shutdown is over. This does not mean SNAP is funded, but it's at least something.
Yes, that is my thought. It is at least something. If this could happen, maybe in the next couple of days, into this week, I don't know, whatever. Maybe before this month is over, this thing can be resolved. And we can figure something out.
And several states, including the city of Birmingham here in Alabama and the state, and many states across the country are also setting aside funds, thankfully, to help the people in their states. So if you take the 50% from the federal government paired with state and local government stepping up, and then, of course, the food banks, I think we can get through this because I don't think this shutdown is going to go much longer. We'll talk about that.
And I'm proud, at least in our region, the churches, the organizations, individuals are stepping up and they are gathering food. And I hope that is making a big dent in this need. Yeah.
Well, I addressed it in the pulpit Sunday because whatever's going on in the world, we're going to talk about it.
Yes.
And I talked about the fact that human beings are being used as pawns. But somehow we've got to come back to the reality that we have turned the government into our ultimate source.
Yes.
Millions of people cannot fathom surviving at all, even a day, without the government being involved in their life in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And the Bible says if a man doesn't work, let him not eat. And the Bible says if a man does not provide for his family, he is worse than an infidel and departed from the faith.
True.
I mean, so in other words, work is not a curse.
No.
Work is a blessing.
Absolutely.
And we have created, especially coming out of COVID, you and I have seen it many times, and I know the people in the live chat and those that are watching the replay know what I'm talking about. The work ethic was already bad, but coming out of COVID, it plummeted. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Horrible. And I know that there's some disparity in chat, and some people feel this way, some people feel that way. We have an immediate need.
Yeah.
Would you see children and others starve now?
No.
Yeah, there needs to be a major overhaul.
Absolutely.
But also, we have to do something to try to help this immediate need and also try to revamp this and make a lot of changes. We can't continue on this way.
No.
The government cannot be the daddy to millions and millions, tens of millions of people. And we just keep on thinking we're just going to keep on doing this. Let's just go ahead and throw everything. Section 8, SNAP benefits, medical coverage.
Think about it.
They all need an overhaul.
Absolutely. But you and I both know they're not going to get it.
Well, they need.
There might be some kind of adjustments, but they're not going to overhaul. There's never been a benefit ever given, whether it was promised to be temporary or not, that's ever been reduced and especially eliminated. Ever since the new deal, the Great New Deal, whatever it was called, and then the war on poverty and all these things, they're promised to be great. And they're saying, we're going to do this for 10 years. Then we're going to start scaling it back. It's not one has ever been scaled back.
Not only
did
we not do that, we took in tens and tens of millions of immigrants and offered them the same.
Yep.
And it's just not sustainable. It's
not
the problem.
Sustainable.
Okay. I'm sure the answer in a lot of people's minds has been, we'll just raise taxes. Well, guess what? We cannot bear much more.
No, Lord, no.
And now you've got this great divide. Here's one of the arguments. I work all day to pay taxes, to help cover all of these entitlements.
Think about it.
And benefits. I can barely feed my family while I watch recipients, some who are not even citizens, eat like kings. If you weren't already thinking that, I'm sorry that I planted that thought in your mind.
They're thinking about it.
I'm not saying that, but I'm hearing people say that.
But it's true. I mean, every hardworking American feels that way.
Sure.
But you know what? True Americans and certainly true Christians don't want to see people suffer, and they don't want to see children starve.
No.
But something has to change.
There's got
Something has
to
to
be
change.
an overhaul. We've got to start somewhere. If it takes years
Yeah.
to get to a more manageable situation.
And you look, can I say something? I know there's people in this live chat that love Donald Trump. Many of that hate Donald Trump, think he's the Antichrist, think he's the savior. By the way, he ain't neither one of them. But here's the reality. This is probably our only shot to do anything about this. I'm telling you, I don't see another environment that, if anything, even if it's small changes, that's going to happen to these benefits and all this stuff that we're talking about, it's going to happen with this president. I don't even think another Republican president would be able to stand firm and be able to do what this guy's going to do. So love him or hate him, if you are for any kind of change, then this is really I think our last shot.
Yeah. Well said.
All right. So listen, let me tell you something else you need to do. You need to go to LarryRagland.com. You go to LarryRagland.com.
Immediately?
Immediately. Just don't even don't play around with it. Go to LarryRagland.com and go to that yellow banner. Look how awesome and easy that is. Just go up to the yellow banner and you'll see prayer requests. And then right next to prayer requests, you'll see the red text that says, get your free gift. And you click on that. You're going to pop up the burning generation. Many of you got an email from me today. If you're on our list, if you didn't get that, then there's a problem there, because go back and make sure you're on the list. But you go and you put in your name and your email, and you're going to get a free ebook called The Burning Generation. That's us. We're The Burning Generation. It's a free PDF version. We are behind the scenes. It's going to take us a few more weeks, but we are working on some big, exciting announcements, not only for this channel, but things that are coming up with our Big Picture family. We are excited about it. And this is how you're going to find out about it before anybody else. Make sure that you get your free book, and then that's going to put you on the Noah Generation email list, and you're going to get the first news of it. We might drop one a little bit tonight. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But continuing on this, and we're going to go deep into other subjects. But the USDA Secretary Rollins says that SNAP will be drastically reformed. This is what we're talking about. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yep.
After thousands of illegals are removed. All right. So Brooke Rollins, said Sunday on Fox and Friends, thousands of illegal migrants have been taken off already. She's saying they've already been done. Taken off the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, and that there will be drastic reform to ensure those who are truly vulnerable receive benefits. Concerns about maintaining SNAP benefits began in October as the government shutdown happened, blah, blah, blah. Rollins was asked to discuss reports of illegal immigrants being eligible for SNAP. Quote, there's been a lot of miscommunication out there about this program, but this is one of the first things we did. When I walked in day one at USDA, February 13th, is we sent letters to every governor in America being very clear that no illegal aliens can use SNAP. Zero. We asked every state for the first time in history, and this was in February, to send us their data and let us, with Doge and a war room and at War Room, actually start going through this data to better understand how this explosion of SNAP benefits happened under Joe Biden. Listen to this. We increased almost 40% of this program, of people coming on this program, in just a couple of years under the Biden administration. That's an explosion, y'all.
It is. But when you think that probably 10 million people came into the country,
which are not supposed to be on these benefits. That's what she said. They're not. It's illegal. Yeah. Since we've asked for the data, 29 states have complied. Of course, almost all of them are red states. A couple of blue states too. But in that data, and I haven't talked about this yet publicly, in that data we have thousands and thousands of illegals using EBT cards. We have been moving people off of SNAP. We've got almost 700,000 people, I think, that we have moved off since the president took office. We've arrested about 118 people. So this has been ongoing. Wow.
Honestly, I'm very surprised to hear that. That's kind of crazy number, 700,000.
Yeah. And look,
That's good.
This sounds so mean spirited. We're not being mean spirited, but here's the thing: if you're in this country legally, and you've had free healthcare, you've had free food, free housing, free everything, while Americans were working for all of that, and all that goes away. Guess what happens? You don't have to deport them. They self-deport, and millions are self-deporting because they can't stay here.
I hear that.
But I'm telling you right now, we have covered on this program. They have built entire subdivisions and condos and said, this is when we first started this channel, we covered this in Pennsylvania and others in other states, that you have to be an immigrant to be eligible to live in these brand new homes. So they've had free food, free healthcare, free housing, free Visa cards to spend on whatever they want to spend it on, free cell phones, while Americans have not had free anything. So I think that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Not to mention Tabby's pointing out free CDL license, putting people driving trucks that are illegal, can't read the road signs. I mean, this was an agenda. That's what we're talking about tonight. This is not just somebody trying to help people out. This is a concerted, dedicated agenda to bring down democracy. Not democracy. I hate saying that. I'm buying in when I say democracy. Bring down this country, because our country's not a democracy. I'm so sick of, I've heard it so much, I even say it myself. To bring down democracy. There's no democracy in our form of government. We are a constitutional republic.
Very good.
All right. That's all you got on that one?
Getting a little hot under the collar there, buddy.
No, I'm not. I'm good. I'm chill.
Bring it back to the center.
Got my confessional shirt on.
Oh, you want to have a little confessional right here?
Yeah.
Is that what you were doing?
You look a little blurry.
I felt a little blurry.
Mm.
Yeah, we had quite an eventful day, but
yeah, seems like every single day is an eventful day in the Ragland home. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a plethora of brand new adventures, though.
Every single day, yeah, yeah. So we'll just take a little pause here for just a few seconds to say what your little adventure was today. We had our youngest.
I don't know if I should even say this.
We had our youngest grandbaby. I'll say it for you.
Ooh, and, she's having some issues today with her little tummy.
She has some tummy issues, and this is what I get at an hour and a half before we go on air. Get in the car and meet me. It's down the road. I'm like,
I needed a side of the road rescue, guys. Okay, bless her heart. She's 2 years old. She's already having.
She's probably. Her parents are probably watching right now.
No. Hey, and here's another thing. No, they're not, because my son-in-law.
Oh, that's right.
Is at an inauguration.
He's being sworn in as a city council.
He's being sworn in as a city council person. So bless her heart, she's sick.
Yeah,
she's got diarrhea. So we've dealt with that multiple times today. Watching her at home, take her to church, do some work, get in the car. We're looking good. We got plenty of time. Look, we're good.
Yeah.
5 minutes down the road, I hear projectile vomit.
Sorry, didn't mean to make anybody sick tonight. That's our world.
Man, that sounded really messy. And I'm on the phone with my brother because we're talking stuff. He's telling me stuff. It's important. It's an important phone call. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to find a place to pull over. And then in about another minute and a half, projectile vomit again, worse than the first time. And I'm like, this is really going to be messy. And then she's like, because she's freaking out,
came to the
scared
rescue
and messed up because she wants to get out of these clothes.
Yeah. So I found her on the side of the road. We changed the child.
I had to pull over because
and we come in once again on two wheels for this show.
She could not stay in her little car seat, so I had to pull over and get her out. So I'm telling you what.
That's our world.
Wow.
That's our world.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of you. You pulled it together. Going back to the news, this is more things happening because of the shutdown. This is becoming an epidemic problem as well. Flight delays persist as government shutdown leads to air traffic control shortages. Let's see. Flight delays continued at U.S. airports Sunday amid air traffic controller shortages as government shutdown entered into its second month, with Newark Airport in New Jersey experiencing delays of 2 to 3 hours. New York City's Emergency Management Office said on X that Newark delays often ripple out to the region's other airports. Travelers flying to and from New York should expect schedule changes, gate holds, and missed connections. Anyone flying today should check flight statuses. That was yesterday. George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston, Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, and Chicago O'Hare were also seeing dozens of delays, 1 or 2 cancellations, along with major airports in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver, and Miami, according to FlightAware. As of Sunday evening, FlightAware said there were 4,295 delays and 557 cancellations of flights within, into, or out of the U.S., and not all related to controller shortages. In July, before the shutdown, about 69% of flights were on time and 2.5% were canceled. So this is getting worse and worse.
I'm so glad that you're flying. I mean, we still have some travels and trips, but I'm glad you got those flights out of the way.
Yeah, me too.
I was concerned those last 2 because of all this mess.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, so the shutdown is, I believe, my prediction is, I predicted the other night that I felt like it would happen before November 1st. I missed that one.
You missed that one.
But I feel like that my theory was correct, that they were going to find something within a week because nobody wants to be the one that's got blamed for the SNAP thing.
Right.
The airports and all that is very serious, and the jobs, the federal jobs that people are not being paid is very serious. But the thing that is pushing this to the end is the SNAP benefits. Now that we have a 50% SNAP benefit, supposedly, don't know the timeline of when that's going to roll out, and then you have states and cities coming up and supplementing that. That may push it a few more days, give them a little bit more room. But I believe this thing has come to a head. I believe tomorrow the election in New York and in New Jersey, once that's covered and they've energized their base, I believe there's a lot of pressure on the Democrats, and I think it's going to wind down this week.
I certainly hope it does. And you would think that tomorrow would take the spotlight away from all of this talking about SNAP and benefits and, government workers not getting paid and all these types of things, unless there's some kind of crazy event tied to that specifically, because I would think most all the coverage is going to be, quite frankly, on New York City tomorrow.
Yeah, and New Jersey.
New York, New Jersey.
Yeah. I mean, this is what's going to happen. Listen, there are 150,000 people. I think it's something like that. I think I got an article tonight that have already said they're leaving New York the day Mandani wins. I mean, there's just, who knows, man. But it's not looking good. But they're going to get what they want. They're going to get what they ask for. Yep. So tonight we're asking the question: what is the hidden agenda? There is a hidden agenda that's going on right now. This is not about SNAP benefits. This is not all about air traffic controllers. There is an agenda of control. How many times do we have to say this on this program? I don't think I need to preach to the choir here tonight. The people that watch this program know that when the government tries to tell you they're coming to the rescue, run. Whoa. Run, because it ain't going to end good. And anytime there is pain and suffering, remember, we found out by doing this show, we thought it was the guy that worked for Obama that said never let a good crisis go to waste. Remember that? What was his name? No, he
got it from somebody else.
What was his name? I can't remember. I see his face right now.
Yes,
but I can't
Rahm Emanuel.
Yeah, Rahm Emanuel. Of course, he got it because he went to the World Economic Forum.
That's right. He borrowed it from good old Klaus
Schwab. So I think that's what's going to happen. And I think we're going to probably see something wind down this week. I certainly hope so. There's a lot more things that need to be taken care of right now, and there's a lot of things going on in the world. Now, Elon Musk is back in the news in a lot of ways. Of course, he went back on Joe Rogan this week, and a lot of things that he said is getting a lot of airplay, so we're going to cover it tonight.
Yes.
Elon Musk said, one of the things he said on that program is that he expects AI will replace all human jobs. Here it is. Here's the hidden agenda that we're going to talk about tonight, leading to universal high income, not just universal income. He thinks it's going to make people rich, which I think is insane. Billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk reiterated his stance this week that artificial intelligence will eventually eliminate the need for humans to work, giving his vision on how the future will look as the technology continues to rapidly advance. During his remote appearance, this was actually at Viva Technology Conference in Paris on Thursday, Musk was asked whether he was concerned about losing his job to AI and what he would do if that were to happen. Musk holds several roles as CEOs of Tesla, founder of AI, SpaceX, Neuralink, as well as the owner of social media platform, not to mention, what's the one, the tunnel as well.
The boring machine.
The boring machine, the boring company. In a benign scenario, probably none of us will have a job, Musk replied. There will be universal high income and not universal basic income. Universal high income.
He is.
There will be no shortage of look, he goes on to say there'll be no shortage of goods or services.
And so out of the goodness of the puppet master's hearts, they're going to make sure that we're all set up.
Yeah. Right. And AI cares for us. AI cares for us. The tech mogul said that in his
You've been
opinion,
smoking too much weed there, buddy.
There is an 80% chance that AI advances will result in such a situation where humans will not need a job and will have all they need. Do you feel better now? How many in the live chat feels better now? That Elon Musk is telling us we will never do without. In fact, we're going to get rich.
Surely you're all
and not work.
Completely at ease, making those retirement plans, planning for the best Christmas ever, right?
Let's continue. The question will really be one of meaning, of how, if a computer can do and the robots can do everything better than you, does your life have meaning? Musk said. That really will be the question. In that benign scenario and in the negative scenario, all bets are off where we're in deep trouble. So he's like, there's a chance that we're in deep trouble.
It could be utopia.
Or it could be our elimination.
Escape from New York.
Musk has predicted before that AI will eventually become so advanced it will eliminate the need for humans to work. Quote, I think we are seeing the most disruptive force in history here. As he said, you think? I think it's definitely the most disruptive force in history. Yeah. No doubt about it.
If it's not, it's his brother.
Exactly. Continuing on this week, he just, making the rounds. Elon Musk stuns Joe Rogan with shocking truth and exposes the Democrats' dirty secret behind the government shutdown. Quote, if they stop paying illegals, they'll lose their voters.
Ooh, let's press into that.
Yeah, let's press in. I'm going to see if I got a video to play.
Lean on into that one.
I don't think I do. Yeah, okay, let's watch this video and then we'll comment.
That's what was happening. They were also giving out like debit cards with $10,000. So it's not just about medical care. Yeah. The Democrats mention the medical care because they're trying to prey on people's empathy as much as possible, and then they imagine, oh wow, somebody has a desperately needed medical procedure, and shouldn't we maybe take care of them in that regard? But what they do is they divert the Medicaid funds and turn it into a slush fund for the states that goes well beyond emergency medical care. And New York and California would be bankrupt without the massive fraudulent federal payments that go to those states to pay for illegals, to create a massive financial incentive for illegals.
How would they be bankrupt because of that?
They wouldn't be able to balance their state budgets, and they can't issue currency like the Federal Reserve can.
And so their ability to balance budget is dependent upon illegals getting funding?
The scam level here is so staggering. So there are hundreds of billions of dollars of transfer payments from the federal government to the states. Those transfer payments, the states self-report what those transfer payment numbers should be. So California and New York and Illinois lie like crazy. And say that these are all legitimate payments. Well, these days I think they're even admitting that they literally want hundreds of billions of dollars for illegals. But for a while they're trying to deny it. So you get these transfer payments for every government program you can possibly think of, and these are self-reported by the state. And at least historically there was no enforcement of California, New York, Illinois, and other states, when they would lie, there was no actual enforcement to say like, hey, you're lying. These payments are fraudulent. now under the Trump administration, that the Trump administration does not want to send hundreds of billions of dollars of fraudulent payments to the states. And the reason you have the standoff is because if the hundreds of billions of dollars to create a financial incentive to have this giant magnet to attract illegals from every part of Earth to these states, if that is turned off, the illegals will leave because they're no longer being paid to come to the United States and stay here.
Wow.
And then they will lose a lot of voters. The Democratic Party will lose a lot of voters.
And they would have a very difficult job if this is kicked out of reintroducing it into a new bill.
Yes.
Especially once things start normalizing.
Yes. So, in a nutshell, the Democratic Party wants to destroy democracy by importing voters, and the Republican Party disagrees with that.
And the ruse is that if you don't accept what they're doing, then you're a threat to democracy.
Yes.
As they try to destroy democracy.
Yes.
By importing voters.
That is literally what they're doing.
And incentivizing people to only vote for them and overwhelming the system.
Yes. And by the way, it's a strategy that, if allowed to work, would work. And in fact, has worked. California is supermajority Democrat.
Yeah.
And there's so much gerrymandering that occurs. It's crazy.
Wow.
So Rogan's got, what do you think? 1 to 3 million are going to watch that?
Easy.
Do you think, I'm laughing because I'm just a little nervous here. Do you think possibly President Trump saved Elon Musk's life when they had that so-called or verified, I'm not sure, kerfuffle with each other, and they parted ways because a man cannot go around talking like this all the time and expect to continue breathing, right?
100%. I believe that was all manufactured. 100%. There was something going on where he had to come in and do what he had to do to get the Doge wheel turning, and they had to get him out of the way because he's too important for the grand scheme of this hidden agenda. Elon Musk has some good things about him, but we all know that Elon Musk is working with some dark forces as well, moving us towards what we know as believers, the mark of the beast. And there's just no doubt about it. When you talk about the neural implants that he's doing, the technology, the things that he's saying, but he also is doing some good things. Yep. And I think I've always thought this as a pastor. I've always thought that the people that are going to be instrumental in the beast system, many of them are going to be completely unaware that that's what they're actually doing. They may be tied to some dark forces and they've got some evil agendas, but I believe that they really think, some of them, not all, but some of them really think that they're doing good. They really think they're doing good, but they're being played by the devil.
Look, thank you, Dina, for that great advice. Baby's daddy is getting inaugurated, having an inauguration and getting sworn in, but I will make sure that we look and see if there's a rash. Look how perfectly designed this whole thing is. Not only is there an off-kilter, or you could possibly even use the word evil plan to bring down this country,
right?
But look at the very important and effective roles CNN, MSNBC,
yes,
and all the other news networks, agencies, services, whatever you want to call them, play. They're so very effective getting the journalists and the guests that come on. I mean, the few moments I'll click over to CNN do get a kick out of that guy. What's his name? Scott something.
Oh, yeah.
He sits at a table with like 5, the host
Dude.
and 2 or 3 other
Dude is amazing.
Hardcore liberals.
And he shreds them.
But outside of him, CNN, MSNBC, all of them are just working overtime to, quite frankly, goodness gracious, influence and what is the word? What would an effective word be? Program, yeah. Program
No
the
doubt
masses.
about it. No doubt about it.
It's like we have a national psychosis or something.
That is so true. Now look at this as we finish this this article here. I want to read this part here talking about the illegal immigrants that are on there. It says California's program alone costs approximately $2.6 billion annually in state funds. New York spends roughly $500 million per year. These programs require states to use their own tax dollars revenue since federal Medicaid matching funds cannot be used for illegal immigrants. New York's emergency medical enrollment for illegal alien immigrants has risen dramatically, reaching 480,000 as of March 24, a 1,200% increase since 2014. The group now makes up about 7% of total Medicaid enrollment. Spending tripled over the past decade from $207 million to $639 million, though average cost per person dropped as many enrollees don't actually use services. So, but we're not talking about a rise in cost. We're talking about a rise in covering illegal immigrants, illegal aliens. So It's like, that's where we're at. That's why this thing skyrocketed during the Biden administration. Mm-hmm. The door was wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, we covered it here. We showed video of thousands of people, and we showed they were under orders. The Border Patrol agents were under orders to help them and let them through. They had Texas would put up. Remember, they would put up barbed wire, and then the federal government would come in with bulldozers and destroy it.
And I know we've been banging the drum all night, but it's a little frustrating when you're paying monthly premiums.
Yeah.
If you are able to have insurance, healthcare coverage, and being denied requests for services and procedures while watching people that are not even citizens be able to get
better healthcare,
to get attention and medication,
eat better
with no delay, with no problem, being completely free. I mean, I will say again, it is creating a great divide, and some people are done. Yeah. They're over it.
Yeah.
They cannot abide it any longer.
And we have to walk that line because we are compassionate about it.
Yes.
We understand these are human beings.
They are.
And we understand that there are people that are hungry, but it has been abused. So what do? Do you, out of compassion, do you just not even address the abuse? No, we have to find a way to address the balance of both of them. And
right.
I don't know what that looks like, but it don't look like it's not going to be fixed if we stay the way we've been.
No.
I mean, this is our only shot. I really believe this is our only shot.
Look, while this is going on, you have Homan. Am I saying that?
Tom Homan, yeah.
Tom Homan, trying to corral and gather up the worst of the worst, the very serious criminals, and some of that has taken place. So, in the midst of that, with some people being denied certain benefits or fear of being arrested and deported, they have taken themselves back to their country. Well, I guess mainly we should speak of Mexico, Central America, if they can get themselves back there. So look, if you're not going to have help and benefits here and you can go back home, that's probably a solid solution for you. We don't want anybody to be stuck here. Can't feed yourself, can't take care of yourself. Winter's coming. It's going to be cold. It's a mess.
Absolutely. When you begin to look and we've already moved on from Doge and all the things that they found, the crazy things they found. And by the way, Mike Johnson has even read some of the things the Democrats were trying to put back in this bill again, which were some of those same stupid things about, monitoring transgender mice and all kinds of stuff. But when you then you look at that, then you look at the global green deal, the New Deal, and all the money was being poured into that.
Yes.
And it's so easy just to say, well, that's a lot of money. But we quickly forget that is money that we have been charged. It's our taxes. They don't just have money.
No.
The money that's being used for all of this is our money.
Yes. You are so correct. And thank you for bringing that back up.
Look at this. Exclusive. Mike Walls reveals how Trump killed. This is unbelievable. I watched this video. I couldn't believe this. A global green tax that would have created the United Nations Climate Slush Fund, and they were able to stop it at the 11th hour, just before it was about to come in. I mean, Biden almost did it, and they were counting on Kamala winning and it finishing. U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Mike Waltz, told Breitbart News exclusively that President Donald Trump and his cabinet rallied at the 11th hour to thwart globalists from creating a global green tax that he argued would have created a UN climate slush fund. Let me see if I think the video might be at the top here. I want to play this right here, and if it's not what I think it is, I'll read it.
Okay.
They were this close to mandating that we basically have a Green New Deal in our global shipping fleet. 80% of our economy is based on trade. It would have been devastating. In fact, it would have added $1 billion a month to the cost of sending our goods around the world or receiving goods. And we got fired up as a cabinet. The EU, Brazil, and others thought this thing was a done deal. We got everybody involved, including the president. He came in off the top ropes, and we defeated that vote. And I think we just saved the American consumer a massive, what would have been the first UN tax in global history.
The first UN tax in global history was about to be ratified. It had been negotiated and agreed upon by the American government and governments around the world. And you didn't hear about this on the news at all, that this was stopped.
What in the world could it have ever been rescinded?
It would have never been rescinded. That's what we're talking about. These kind of things, I don't care who the president after this, you would have not had a shot. Let's finish this.
Just this past week. So that's the kind of fighting that we're doing in the types of these organizations and the kind of wins that we have to deliver for the American people.
So it sounds like in a case like this is why you don't just walk away from
that. Would be, look,
entirely.
if we just walked away, they would have done it. We would have ignored it. But you know what? As whether it's our farmers exporting our crops or our manufacturers bringing in certain parts they need or what have you, everybody would have been affected. So I'm squarely in the camp of let's fight. Let's fight for the American consumer and the American people and American industry. And to the extent our economy is touching the world, we have to be engaged in these organizations.
So
that's insane to me. I mean, that's just like the World Health Organization trying to pass that global pandemic treaty.
Yes.
And then we didn't even hear about the fact that there was a global green tax that was about to go into effect where every United Nations nation would agree to, it would cost us $1 billion a month that we would pay to the United Nations.
It wouldn't, everybody's not paying that much.
No.
So is it a percentage or something? Or
probably.
I don't know. Obviously, we're going to get the brunt of that. But thank God that did not happen.
Yeah.
We got enough battles to fight, right?
We got enough battles to fight. Speaking of battles to fight, if you live in New York City, we're praying for y'all.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. Things about to change in New York. I mean, y'all, this guy's gonna win. I mean, it would just be a miracle if he didn't win. I mean, everything is saying that he's gonna win. New Yorkers brace for potential mass flight as Marxist Mandani prepares to take over. A fresh poll reveals stark divisions in New York City's upcoming mayoral election, with Democrat socialist Zohran Mamdani holding a commanding lead that could trigger an unprecedented population drain from the nation's largest city. The survey conducted between October 23rd and 26th among 500 registered voters placed Mamdani at 45% support among decided voters, trailing behind with former Governor Andrew Cuomo running as an independent with 31%, Republican Curtis Sliwa at 22%, and outgoing Mayor Eric Adams scraping by with just 1%. Recent polls from other outlets echo this trend. It goes on to say that, the poll paints a grim picture of fallout if Mamdani prevails. 9% of respondents, or about 765,000 people in a city of 8.5 million, said they would definitely leave.
Wait, what?
Definitely leave. 765,000 people said they would definitely leave. That's roughly the size of Seattle or Washington, D.C. Another 25%, equaling 2.12 million people, said they would consider departing, leaving just 59% committed to staying.
Wow.
That's crazy numbers. I mean, I find it hard to believe that they would actually follow through with that. But what if only just a percentage of that did?
Well, between the taxes and the crime that they were already dealing with before this ever begins unfolding, if he does win, I mean, how much sweeping changes do you see soon starting to happen if he's elected?
Well, if he gets his way, many people are saying that he's going to find out he's not going to be able to do it. But if he gets his way, free food for everybody, supermarkets, you just go in there and get your food. You're allotted a certain amount of food. Free buses. Every bus fare is free to everyone. And they're just going to raise taxes to give people free bus rides, free food, free health care. Going to go back to on steroids as a sanctuary city. And not to mention, he is a practicing Muslim who has called for jihad in some senses, allegedly, and he refuses to state that Israel has a right to exist as a nation, not a right to defend itself. He said that, but he says he will not say they have a right to exist. Israel, in the largest Jewish city in the world, next to Jerusalem and the nation of Israel. It is the New York City, and he is a communist. He is a full-fledged communist.
It is a real live escape from New York scenario.
It really is. It really is. Well, let's not forget there's other things going on around the world. Trump says President Maduro's days are numbered. He just flat out told him. Donald Trump has strongly suggested that Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro's days as president could be numbered. Yeah, so he says that this week. His comments came amid a military buildup in the Caribbean, with media reports suggesting the U.S. is preparing for a land strike in Venezuela. I didn't have this on my bingo card.
No, but let's think about this. This goes back at least to the summer.
Yeah.
When little things started popping off and some stuff started happening, things got a little blurry.
Speaking of blurry,
Sam,
looking pretty in that blurry shirt.
Thank you, babe. But seriously, what is the long-range grand plan here? Are we? Let
me just let me give my opinion. Here's my opinion. It is being spun as fentanyl and drugs because they're blowing up the ships in the water, supposedly. Drugs. But Venezuela is a communist country, communist dictator with heavy ties to Russia and China. I think hidden agendas. We're talking about a lot about hidden agendas here.
Talking about some ICBMs or something.
Hidden agenda is we're going to go ahead and flex in Venezuela, saying, don't think you're going to do what you're going to do, Putin, because we're going to talk about his weapons that he's revealed in just a minute.
Are you talking about trying to dismantle, going in?
I think there's something.
Finding and dismantling, because my mind was going to.
Can I be conspiracy?
Is there something there we want to retrieve, such as oil, such as?
Of course, that. It's one of the most oil-rich nations in the world.
Are there rare earths? Are there other things? Or do you have weaponry that we need to stop? And we want to go.
That's where my mind is going. My mind is going that this is not about drugs, and this is even not about even just oil and even rare earth materials. I believe that Russia or China has somehow brought some type of weapons there, almost like the Cuban Missile Crisis, not as close, but in our area, and they're there, and they can't say that, so they're using drugs as the cover. Just my opinion, allegedly, algorithm that's listening to me, allegedly.
You're not trying to say they're going to mess around and find out, are you?
I think so. And look, squirrel.
Yeah, there are a lot of squirrels.
A lot of squirrels.
Now that you mention it. So I would imagine that certain types of weapons could arrive on our shores from there pretty easily.
Pretty easily, yeah.
Pretty quickly and pretty easily.
So in a 60 Minutes interview on Sunday, Trump was asked whether the buildup near Venezuela, described by the channel as, quote, using a blowtorch to cook an egg, unquote, was aimed at stopping narcotics or, quote, getting rid of President Maduro. He said, no, this is about many things. This is a country that allowed their prisons to be emptied into our country, which is true. Pressed on whether Maduro's days as president are numbered, he replied, I would say, yeah, I think so, yeah. The U.S. president neither confirmed nor denied reports of a possible land strike. I'm not saying it's true or untrue, he told the host. I don't talk to a reporter about whether or not I'm going to strike. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with Venezuela.
Thank you.
Thank God we finally got somebody that can at least understand how to keep some secrets.
And I'm telling you what, he has got the most powerful Wheaties ever known to man that he eats because, or something's going on. Maybe there's a doppelganger, because how does he do?
The dude, how old is that man? How old is he?
He's like 79, I think.
Dude, the dude is like, he never sleeps.
No, he's on the other side of the world. He's back. He's fighting the Democrats. He's doing all this stuff. We got to worry about Venezuela. We got to worry about Putin. We got to worry about Vladimir Zelensky. Got to worry about Xi. It's a bunch of stuff.
It's a bunch of stuff. That's all you could say. There's a bunch of stuff going on in this world.
I mean, you think about Joe Biden, and he's laying on the beach eating his ice cream all the time.
All the time.
Falling off of stages, falling up the steps to Air Force One, and not a whole lot in between those things.
Yeah.
Versus
this.
What?
Just this.
What?
Venezuela's Maduro pleads with China and Russia for help. There I go. There you go. I'm telling you, there's this is about Russia and China. As Trump escalates military campaign, Venezuelan dictator Maduro is pleading for help from China and Russia as President Donald Trump escalates his military campaign in the region. While the U.S. has yet to formally invade Venezuela, I can't even believe we're saying these words, invade Venezuela.
I know.
It is already carried out.
We've been talking about this for weeks.
Why are we invading Venezuela? Okay, I don't want to. I don't care.
Listen,
I don't want to do it.
When did that kind of language start presenting itself? Invasion.
Like within a week ago,
a
week or two.
I thought it was longer than that. But
they were talking about a possible land strike, but now they were saying maybe ground forces. They're literally saying the word invasion now.
Yeah. How did we get here?
Yeah. So, he goes on to say, amid a buildup in American forces in the Caribbean, Venezuela's President Maduro is reaching out to Russia, China, and Iran to enhance its worn military capabilities and solicit assistance, requesting defensive radars, aircraft repairs, and potentially missiles. The request to Moscow was made in the form of a letter meant for Russian President Vladimir Putin and was intended to be delivered during a visit to the Russian capital by a senior aide this month. Maduro, according to the documents, also composed a letter to Chinese President Xi Jinping seeking, quote, expanded military cooperation between their two countries to counter the escalation between the U.S. and Venezuela. In the letter, Maduro asked the Chinese government to expedite Chinese companies' production of radar detection systems, presumably so Venezuela could enhance its capabilities. So it seems like this little country, this little oil-rich country, is becoming the center that is actually may end up what's drawing people into what we talk about World War III or something. That's why I don't want to go in, because if you start bringing in Chinese people and Russian people to operate this new stuff, and then America invades and kills them, where does that go? So look, I don't want to go in.
Gets a little blurry.
Is that the word of the night?
I think so.
I think we need to confess that it's getting a little blurry.
Let's confess that it's getting a little blurry.
If anybody can send a message to Tony Merkel, tell him tune in tonight because I'm representing. Or Blurry Creatures, Nate and Luke.
What about Nate and Luke?
Nate and Luke need to be watching tonight. But do you remember who won the Nobel Peace Prize instead of Trump? Do you remember?
No.
It was Venezuela's opposition leader, the lady. And she's a big Trump fan. Venezuela's Nobel Peace Prize winner backs U.S. military attacks on her own country. The U.S. anti-drug campaign of Venezuela's coast is the only way to oust the illegitimate president, Nicolas Maduro, according to opposition leader Maria Corina Machado. Machado has claimed that the U.S. military buildup off Venezuela's coast could help bring about regime change. Earlier this year, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate even signaled that she would welcome U.S. strikes on the country if that helped remove President Nicolas Maduro. However, if Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard is to believe, the U.S. couldn't possibly be involved in a regime change. That's a little facetious. They're mocking her.
Well,
now that President
scroll
Trump.
back up to Marie's comment. She says,
"Oh, wait a minute. What?
Go back up.
Okay, over here.
One comment. She says they're going into Venezuela because China and Russia and Iran are there, and advises us to please get educated."
I think I just said that.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Maria. But I think I just said that. Thank you. But thank you for confirming it. I appreciate it.
We appreciate the help.
We do appreciate the help. We
Very
certainly
thankful.
do. We certainly do. Washington has accused Maduro of having ties to drug cartels. We believe that is a cover. This is, I'm telling you, I think we're showing you article after article after article. This is about Russia, China, and Iran, but mainly about Russia and China. Russia and China have been looking for a place near us to put some of their new stuff that they're bragging about, their new military weapons they're bragging about. This is like I keep going back to thinking it's almost like a version, not exactly, but a version of the Cuban Missile Crisis. I think
that is what came to my mind.
Yeah, it's what it feels like. And it feels like the drugs are the squirrel.
Yeah.
That's the squirrel of this
And
story.
instead of having some kind of standoff or whatever, the president just wants to go directly in, right?
That's what it looks like. What he says, he's not sure. Look, it's the art of the deal. He's threatening the worst that you can possibly do, and I don't think he wants to go in. I think there's some kind of negotiations maneuver
that I get.
that's going on.
That makes sense to me. We'll see if you're right.
And we'll also see if I'm right about this. I believe this is also the same thing. I don't believe that he's going to do this. I believe this is also throw the kitchen sink and everything at them and let them know we're not playing this game anymore. And I'm thankful for this because this is very, very serious. Trump warns the U.S. military may very well go into Nigeria. Guns ablazing was his words over the killing of Christians. We have covered this article here, this news here. It's unbelievable what is happening there. In a post on Truth Social, Trump instructed the Department of War to prepare for possible action, adding that if the U.S. does attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet. His choice of words sometimes is crazy. Trump also threatened to stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians. If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into the now disgraced country guns ablazing to completely wipe out Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. He continued, I am hereby instructing the Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attacked our cherished Christians. Warning, the Nigerian government better move fast. And I think we have a response. I want to read this right here. I mean, look, you say what you want to say about Donald Trump, but we ain't had another president that would say something like this. No. Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for the mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern, but that is the least of it. When Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like what is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 40,476 worldwide, something must be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole in the House of Appropriation Committee, to immediately look into this matter and report back to me. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population from around the world. Now, some people that are watching this will not agree with this, but you'll be disagreeing with the facts. The facts are this: the most persecuted religious group and martyred religious group in the world is Christians. It is not Muslims. It is not Buddhists. It is not any other version of any religion. It is Christians. Now, just because it's not happening on that level in America, America's not the world.
No.
But it is happening in America too.
No.
And I'm thankful. Once again, I don't want to go to war with Nigeria. No. I don't want to go to war with anybody. But I'm thankful that we're at least playing the art of the deal, saying, let me just tell you something, we're not playing. And I think we have a track record with Donald Trump that I think these leaders know he's not playing.
Is any other country making statements?
I haven't heard any other country.
I haven't heard of any other country. I mean, you would think England. I mean, you would think
England is a Muslim country now.
Yeah.
Every major city in England is got a mayor that's a Muslim, and it's what's trying to happen here.
Yeah. I don't know. You would think there would be at least one other who would want to join forces or at least have something to say.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It just hurts my heart. It hurts my heart.
Yep. Shall we continue?
Sure.
Might as well.
Just keep piling it on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Deadly arsenal. Putin flaunts his new nuclear submarine capable of firing doomsday Poseidon torpedoes after string of Armageddon weapons tests. So you see him there. Let's just listen. Watch it. Okay. This is his submarine.
You should know, yesterday we conducted another test of another promising system. This is the Poseidon unmanned underwater vehicle, also with a nuclear propulsion system. For the first time, we succeeded not only in launching it from a submarine using its booster motor, but also in igniting the nuclear propulsion system, which the vehicle used for a certain period of time. This is a tremendous success. The Poseidon's power significantly exceeds that of even our most advanced intercontinental range missile, the Sarmat. There is no missile like the Sarmat in the world. It's not yet deployed in Russia, but it will be soon. But the Poseidon is significantly more powerful than the Sarmat. Furthermore, the speed and depth of this unmanned aerial vehicle are unmatched in the world, and it's unlikely to be developed anytime soon, and there are no existing interception methods.
Proudly says there are no interception methods to stop our submarine and our missile.
Did someone not very recently say, last week, did I not read you a text I got from a person who said they watched a movie that said that, remember now?
I do remember, yeah.
That they watched a movie, I don't know how long ago it was, unstoppable Russian weapon.
But you know, I'm such an American and I love my country. I just, maybe because of all the wokeism that's true, but I just find it hard to believe that we don't have something that's on that level.
Well, on the other hand, Donald Trump did say, we got stuff you don't even know about.
He sure did.
Might not want to mess with us.
Yeah.
Mess around and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Exactly. Well, you sent me this today, and we're shifting gears here.
Is she appropriately dressed this time?
I think she is. Yes.
I don't watch her all the time, but
I don't know. I've never seen.
Sometimes I think we need to make a little bit of adjustment on that.
Oh yeah, I had one that was going to show tonight.
On that shirt, there, sister.
It wasn't her. This woman that we're showing now. It was another woman.
Yeah.
I mean, it was phenomenal content. I was like, I can't show this. I can't show this because it's like.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, it's like, come on. Everything is there.
What you're saying is
everything is there.
Didn't leave much to the imagination.
Yeah, and it would. And a lot of people would not be watching the video.
Yeah,
because it's half and half. She's up there just going.
Yeah.
And she wasn't just doing that. Okay. So it's like, I was like, I can't show this video. It's a shame.
Good move.
But you sent me.
Good move on your part.
You sent me this. Now let's set this up before I show you this, because it's a real quick video.
Yeah.
You had forgotten that I had already told you about this, that I had experienced this very thing about a year ago. I was in Kohl's store, clothing store. I was looking for some shoes because my shoes were falling apart. And I was going through the shoe department. And this was the first time that I had seen this. If you've gone to Kohl's, you know what I'm talking about, and other stores like this. What do they call it? Dynamic pricing.
Dynamic pricing.
And it's basically they take the tags off in fact, you told me the other day that Walmart's taking their tags off all their clothes now.
Well, this is what I've seen, and you guys chime in. In Walmart, and I've started seeing this several weeks back, and I thought, well, somebody has returned this because you have your tag on your clothing items,
right?
And at the very bottom, it's perforated, and you can kind of just tear it off, especially like if you wanted to give it as a gift.
Yeah,
just tear that part off.
Yeah.
The barcode is still on there. If the person you gave the gift to, if it's a gift, wanted to return it, they can totally do that without having to see what the price was. But I saw this more and more, and then I realized nothing has the price on it. They're all gone.
Yeah.
And then I realized we're already into this layer or level of dynamic pricing. Not that there were what you're about to talk about, but that I see an item, the price is removed from the item, and there are no markers, no stickers, no signage there.
So we're going to show you tonight.
So you're forced to use the app. Your phone
Yeah,
app
that's
to
where
get
it's
the
going.
price.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about
is the next
is
step.
way farther
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
way
So
further.
guys, please listen to this.
Now, before we go there, we have a question saying, what does Sandy's shirt say? All right, it says blurry
Blurry
creatures.
creatures.
So before y'all think that we're some kind of weird cult, you got this weird looking hand here. Both of these are Christian shirts.
These
They
are
may not you may not think they are.
There's our YouTube channels, Blurry Creatures channel and the Confessionals channel. We are obviously very good friends with Tony Merkel and the Confessionals team.
This is a hand. This is a Nephilim hand. Okay, 6 fingers, and but everything's biblically based. We just went to just explain, because if coming in, y'all think it's some kind of weird show that just tapped into. Blurry Creatures we went to something called Blurry Con, which was very powerful. Every single person that spoke about nothing but God, Jesus Christ, not just the concept of God, but Jesus Christ. People got saved. They got prayed for. There were healings that happened.
I mean, we should say
incredible. It was
this
incredible.
was Blurry Con 3, their third annual conference. So yes, the conference was about the supernatural, paranormal, and conspiracy type things.
Yeah.
Or I'll say this is what their content is on their channel. But it was a lot of the content at the conference was just straight up Christian based.
Yeah.
Of course, there were some blurry topics, but I'm not going to say that the conference just got completely out of control of the creators, Luke and Nate, but you could see when it shifted in the room,
absolutely.
And they were looking at each other and looking at the audience going, wow,
and we as pastors,
what's happening here? We need to stay on this track and let this happen. And we're talking about a room full of 700.
No, they said it ended up being 1,000.
1,000
standing
people,
room only. It's 1,000 people.
On the floor, up in the mezzanine above us. Yeah. There were probably 50 or more people backstage.
Yeah,
guys,
it was amazing.
Go ahead and purchase that and watch the conference.
Yeah, yeah. And blurry, if you don't know what blurry means, we'll get right back into the news. But blurry creatures, the reason they call that is because when they first started out, like Tony and some others, they were interested in Bigfoot and all this kind of stuff. And then their journey took them to Jesus Christ. And they were Christians to begin with, but their faith has been strengthened through this. And that the thing is every video is usually always blurry. Everything that we're trying, why is that? And they get into it. So we'll cover that another night.
And what's so perfect about it is this. There were people there that were not church attenders.
Absolutely.
Didn't identify as Christians. Yep. But I'm going to tell you what, they had an experience.
They sure did. And so let's get back to what we're talking about. So I went into Kohl's, and I want to know if any of you experienced this. And I wanted to address that because I want to make sure people knew what the shirt said. But when I went into Kohl's, I was looking for those shoes, And I couldn't find the prices on any of the shoes. None of the shoes had prices on. And I saw that they had these little tags, electronic tags about this big, gray background, almost looked like the grayscale monitor, and it had the black text on it. And while I'm standing there looking at a pair of shoes, this happened a year ago now in Kohl's. I'm looking at the shoes. I'm thinking about trying them on. Right before my eyes, the price changed. It went up like $10 for these shoes. And I was like, what in the world just happened? And I looked, and now it's becoming mainstream more than that. So this must have been the test market for it. Because I don't know what store this is. Is this Walmart? This is Walmart. So this is a Walmart where they are moving towards dynamic pricing as well. Look at this right here. And I want to know, is your Walmart doing this yet? If not, I think by the fact that they're taking the prices off of things in our Walmart, they're getting ready for this.
I think these are just like paper prices, right? They're really not.
It's not a paper tag.
These are electronic, and I'm going to show you that at 5 a.m. every day, which is going to hit pretty soon, any second, they're going to all flicker, and they're going to all change. So these prices are not guaranteed the next day. And here we go. You see the flashing starting?
Look at that. Look at that.
I'll show you guys how this happens. It's like magic. Computer world is taking over. Look at all these flashing. I'm going to show you once they turn back. Look at that. Look at that, guys. All of these prices have just changed in front of your eyes. You saw that. You literally just saw it happen.
Wow. Oof. So I see over here, people are saying, yes, my Walmart in Texas is already doing that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, Walmart is doing it. Laura is saying that. Jeremy from Texas, my man, he's saying individually targeting prices. They can profile you and present you with custom tailored pricing.
That's what I thought he was saying. So, okay, this takes unfair, creepy, and something to really raise a stink about to another level.
Absolutely.
So you're telling me at 5 a.m. or 5 p.m., whatever time these prices rolled over and changed, not only are they changing in general, but as I approach that item on that shelf, when it
because the algorithm knows what you have,
the amount of connectivity that must be required, they recognize me by my device, and they say, "Oh, for you, Sandy Ragland, we're going to bump this already increased price up, maybe 20 more cents."
But you know what else they might do, Sandy? They might say, to keep her on this aisle, we know that she likes this brand of shampoo. Let's reduce this shampoo by $1 to get her to buy this. And then she's got an impulse buy that she might not care that this other one just went up $1, but she's standing right here and she's going to try that. So they're going to manipulate you.
So what we just said, and I want to say something else about Jeremy. What we just said, Jeremy, is that what you're saying? Because he's also saying they're also reading any RFID tags still in the clothes or purse. They know what brands you are wearing.
Well, if they're going to make individual vaccines for you, are they not going to individually price for you? And then you factor in your social credit score
down to the individual person.
If
I heard of this 2.5 years ago, and I was like, "How is it going to be possible?" We have stepped into it, haven't we?
We have.
We have just stepped into the future.
Yep. And then you factor in your social credit score, and then you get punished or rewarded in pricing based on when you walk up, based on how good or bad of a person you've been. That's what's coming. But look, we know the Bible tells us that's what's coming.
Yeah.
Control is coming. You know what else is coming? The greatest website in the history of mankind.
Yay.
It's called LarryRagland.com. I mean, come on, let's just tell it like it is. It's an awesome website. Probably need to update that picture, but I look a little rough there. But go to LarryRagland.com. The remnant is rising. There's all kinds of things waiting for you there. You can become a partner with us if you'd like. We sure would appreciate that. We got special partner things in the works right now.
Yeah.
We have a members area We're getting ready to plant, get this now, plant an online church campus from within this website where you're going to be able to log in, go in, and be with your church family. So that's why there's the main reason why you need to do this. Click Get Your Free Gift in the yellow banner at the top. When you do, pop-up is going to come. Make sure that you join our list. Name and email is all it requires. No credit card, no other information other than just that basic information to put you on that mailing list. And as a reward for you doing that, you can get a free PDF ebook called The Burning Generation that I wrote, and it will be ready for immediate download. You can read it on any of your devices. And I got a feeling some of you guys are going to want to become partners with us because you believe in what we're doing. And let me just say real quick before we get back to the news, if this program, if you come in here new tonight and you're like, I don't know what to think about these guys, but I'm still here. And if you're still here, that means something is being added, some kind of value is being added to you. All we ask is free of charge, takes just a second. Go to our YouTube channel if you're watching on another program, another platform as well. But if you watch on YouTube especially, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join the Big Picture family, and share this broadcast.
Listen, guys, come on. Support this work we are doing because we were able to go to Blurry Con 3 this past weekend. It introduced us to some new people that hopefully we're going to get on programs on this channel.
Yes.
You're going to enjoy these folks, but guess what? It's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
I don't like to travel.
No, she doesn't.
I do not
and
like
we've got a new studio. We got to be. We're in our extra bedroom at our house right now.
That's right.
We got to build a studio. But can I just go ahead and drop something on them right now? I was thinking about what I was going to do. I'm going to drop it.
I don't even know what you're about to say.
I know you're
really
always scared when I do that.
This could go
anywhere, any direction.
So does this have anything to do with
a conference?
That one.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
You can do that one.
Okay. So we don't have a date yet, but sometime after the first year, in the first quarter of the year, we'll be making an announcement. We're going to let you know. We really felt this when we were at BlurryCon, that it was time for us to do this. So get ready. Soon we will lock it down, tell you who's coming. The Big Picture is going to have its first ever prophecy conference in Birmingham. And we'll give you information how you can register for that and all that. It's going to be amazing. And we're excited about that.
I think it's time. I think we're ready.
Yeah, I think we are.
And to Zilren, no, you cannot go back to 1999. You have to stay here with the rest of us.
Yeah, and Zilren was with us in our online church service.
Yes, she was.
And it was a powerful service
hope
there.
That things are going better for you.
Yes, we prayed for her. All right, so let's get back in here. Here's another thing that's making people mad about Donald Trump. He is restoring coal plants as America's grid begins to buckle. Who knew that AI would be responsible to bring back coal because it needs so much power? The Department of Energy is seeking to restore coal plants across America for up to $100 million in federal funding. The DOE announced Friday that it issued a notice of funding opportunity to restore coal plants across the U.S. to design, implement, test, and validate 3 strategic opportunities for refurbishment and retrofit of existing American coal-powered plants to make them operate more efficiently, reliably, and affordably. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that coal was done. I mean, we got a family member that's in the power industry, the electrical industry, that has told us that one by one, they're shutting them down like crazy. But now, all of a sudden, we got to have more power for AI.
This was the scourge of the earth. We can't do that anymore. No.
Until we actually have to.
But we need you now, so it's all good again.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Rapid Fire News segment. Nvidia now becomes the world's first $5 trillion company hours after unveiling supercomputer plans and $500 billion in AI chip orders. When Nvidia remains the clear frontrunner in the AI race, peers have crossed $4 trillion in value in recent months. And it goes on to say the milestone was powered by a stunning rally that has cemented its place in the center of global artificial intelligence boom. So Nvidia is the maker of the most popular and most powerful processing chip of the AI brains across the board. And, Nvidia used to be a video game and computer card manufacturer, just a video card. That's all it was.
That was probably a great segue for them to get to where they are today, right?
Exactly. Who knew? Who knew? Well, better get them chicken awards ready because we're not even to Uncle Jimmy yet. But I got a feeling this one might be a nominee.
Cluck, cluck, cluck. Let's go.
Scientists create embryos for infertile couples using only skin cells.
Stop it.
As fertility in the United States plummets.
Okay. Let's read that title again.
Scientists create embryos for infertile couples using only skin cells as fertility in U.S. plummets.
That's not a child. That is a monster.
Exactly. Because that was not created the way God intended to be created.
Come on.
In a series of remarkable experiments, notice the word remarkable, scientists are pioneering new methods. And when I scroll a little bit further, you're going to know what this is really about. When you see the picture, you're going to know what this is really about. Okay. First of all, I don't even know if it's true. I don't even believe it's true. But if they are able to do this, you're about to see why they're doing this. This is not about infertile couples. The treatment of infertility. Approximately 10 million Americans, adults of childbearing age, face infertility, a condition that affects about 11% of women and 9% of men in this group. However, research from Oregon Health and Science University could pave the way to alleviating this distress. Scientists there transformed human skin cells into 82 eggs that were fertilized with sperm in a lab.
Thank you, Rick. That's exactly where I was going.
What did Rick say? What did Rick say?
He said they're going to be soulless babies.
Exactly. Okay. So it was fertilized with sperm in a lab, resulting in 7 early stage embryos, which could offer a potential future pathway to parenthood for people who have been unable to conceive naturally. The early stage technique reprograms ordinary skin cells into a flexible state, allowing them to develop into any cell type in the body, including egg cells. It could bypass fundamental reproductive barriers by allowing for the creation of embryos without the need for conventional eggs or sperm or invasive fertility treatments.
I've already read some comments. Does this not sound like absolute madness?
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Let's look at why this is being created.
Control your mouth. Control your mouth, Sandy.
Exactly. This is the only picture in the whole article. This technology. Go ahead. Not really. This technology could overcome basic biological limits, creating embryos without traditional eggs or sperm. For the first time, it could allow same-sex couples to have a child genetically related to both parents. Madness.
I'm ready to move on. I mean, the only thing that I can say to this doesn't need to be said. So I can't do anything else with it. I'm sorry. I need something to just start scratching my skin.
Hold on.
Itchy. No,
because I'm not
already?
moving on. I'm not moving on.
Okay.
I'm finishing.
Okay.
Researchers recruited egg donors aged 21 to 35, resulting in 270 eggs, as well as sperm donors and donors for skin and blood. To transform skin cells into eggs, scientists took the core of a skin cell, which holds all of its DNA, and transplanted it into a donor egg that had its own core removed. The egg that was placed in it was left after the core was removed. The jelly-like filling that contains all the biological elements needed to create an embryo. The final product was a lab-made egg that functioned like a natural one. The resulting embryo's DNA came entirely from the original patient, making it genetically related to her, a key difference from using a donated egg or sperm. Still, the proof of concept is in its early phase. Only 7 embryos proved to be viable. reaching the blastocyst stage, which is the earliest point at which an embryo can be implanted into the womb during IVF. So here's the question, and then we will move on.
Whoa.
It appears that there are 7 that made it. What is going to happen to those 7?
How can this be anything but a monster?
Yeah, it's not real. I don't believe it.
It's probably
I don't
not,
even believe this entire article. I don't believe it.
You know what? I'm going to go with you
I don't believe it.
because how could that possibly be successful?
Yeah.
If it was successful, how could it ever come to full fruition? I mean, an individual, a human, is one that is blessed by God.
Yes.
That spark,
Life comes from God.
That's so life comes from God.
Yeah.
This is destined to fail. Thank God, because
Let me go there.
Yeah.
This is the days of Noah.
We've had that about 10 times in chat.
Yeah. So, because our people are all on the same page. We all
they're-
know this
they're
is the days
on
of Noah.
They're on top of things.
That's why I wrote a book called The Final Flood.
Exactly.
Shameless plug. Coming out around Easter.
Go, Jeremy.
Uh-oh. What are you trying to do?
What?
Oh, you're stupid. It's trying
We
to
can't be doing an install right
You
now.
want to install an update?
Go away.
Get away. Get away.
Go away, as
All right.
Lainey says. Go away.
Go away. Yeah, that sweet little lady. Bless her heart. Praying for her. Hey, this is breaking news. But up. Cows, bless their heart, are suddenly starting to collapsing after methane reducing product added to feed. So the fart vaccine is not helping. The fart vaccine is killing them.
Why don't they?
Breaking news, y'all. They tried to stop the cow farts. What did we say that night on the cow farts? Remember, it was one of my words, one of my famous words. Come on.
Let's
see, because I got a list of words over there.
It
was something about fart fest or
you didn't
something.
say fartademic, did you?
Fartademic, was that one of them?
No, you did say Department of Defense.
That's
but
it.
That was a whole different thing.
The Department of Defense.
We were talking about Department of Defense, which is now Department of War.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So if there were,
I'm gonna call it a fartademic.
If there could only be a way that we could capture that instead of trying to prevent it from happening, right? That's what we need to do.
No, we don't. No. We need to let the cows fart.
That's what I'm saying.
People need to fart. Cows need to fart.
Let it happen and somehow capture it instead of trying to prevent it. And maybe we could turn this thing around and use that methane.
Like Back to the Future.
Just saying.
We could be, what is that? What was that? His capacitor called? A flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
We could invent a flux capacitor.
Somebody said fartademic.
That's what I said. I said a fartademic.
Well, Rick, you have cows.
Fartdemic.
You need to be on top of this problem, Rick. Can you not get busy and get something going here?
So we needed a little lightheartedness in
it's
there,
a
right?
fartageddon, Delane said.
It's a fartageddon. That's a good one.
Defart Bill Gates. I don't know. Some more global warming.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, I had to throw that in there for a little comic relief. But I am sad for the cows because I don't want to see any animals just suffer because of human stupidity.
Well, I'm
That's
sorry
human
for them,
stupidity.
and I'm sorry for us for whatever
I want a hamburger.
effects that it's going to end up having on us.
Cows were not made to be worshipped. They were made for milk and hamburgers and steaks. That's it. God brought them here for us. Speaking of God, my friends in the United Kingdom, I am praying for you. The United Kingdom is a mess right now. They are arresting people for social media posts, for liking a post. Well, guess what has become? At first, I thought this was alleged, but I thought, no, this is more and more people are telling me this is true. You cannot, in many cities in the United Kingdom, you cannot preach the gospel. You cannot pray on the street, and you cannot even pray silently on the street in front of an abortion clinic, or if there is a gay pride event happening. And you cannot open the Bible and read the Bible. Watch what this lady from the United Kingdom is saying about the Bible app, the Bible Gateway.
Interesting. No longer can we access the Bible online through the Bible Gateway. Why? Bible Gateway is an online subscription that gives access to the Bible for Bible studies, for preaching, resources, etc. All of a sudden, finished, is no longer. In the UK and EU, no one can now access it. Very suspicious that.
I'm going to finish this video, but I want to know from people in the United Kingdom that's watching this live or on the replay, and she said the EU, because of this new censorship bill and hate crime bill, they're saying that it is being blocked. The Bible Gateway is being blocked. I want to know if you are in the United Kingdom or in a European nation, if you can, without a VPN, just try and disguise yourself, just going there, can you access the Gateway, Bible Gateway? I want to know that.
They're trying to stop us Bible studies. Why? What they're saying it's due to the Online Safety Act. Well, what's not safe about the Bible?
Unbelievable.
That's not that. And possibly technical issues. Funny you can get it other places, but you can't get it in the UK and EU. Absolute rubbish. They are trying to stop us by studying the Bible now. That's how I see this. Call me a conspiracy theorist. This is not right. This is not right. We can access porn. We can access all sorts of horrible criminal activity online, but we now no longer can access the Bible. The Bible Gateway. Unbelievable. Dodgy, if you ask me. I wonder if you can still access the Quran online. Yeah, I bet that's not a problem.
Oh, good point,
wow. Sister. So let us know if you're watching this right now. Let us know because I'm just reporting what I've seen. Yep. I want to know if that's true. Mm-hmm. That's insane. And I wouldn't doubt if it's true because the United Kingdom is they're going crazy right now.
Yes.
They're coming against the Bible.
It is insane over there. And like Delane said, yet another reason. Don't get rid of your
paper Bible.
Paper physical Bible.
Yes. That's why God told me go back and get one, even though I was blind as a bat. Said, go get you an old man Bible. Yeah. And then it was a double whammy because when I went in there, I got excited because the Bible section was packed. Everybody was wanting a Bible. And it was all young people. Man, I almost started crying when I walked in there. Kids are sitting in the floor, sitting Indian style, reading the Bible in a bookstore. Oh, my goodness. Well, you know what? One of the most powerful voices of reason in this world that some would say a voice to the nations. Kim Kardashian.
That modern day prophetess.
Yeah. You know, she went viral this week because she got on a podcast and said, "Listen, we did not go to the moon." She said she just laid out all the things we've talked about. She didn't go to the moon. And look, hey, I want to know who agrees with Kim Kardashian on this one or not, because NASA, Sean Duffy, over the whole entire FAA and NASA included, felt like he needed to slap back to Kim. Okay. So here we go.
Let's go.
NASA's Sean Duffy says to Kim Kardashian, yes, we've been to the moon, Kim, 6 times. Acting NASA Administrator Sean Duffy weighed in Friday on reality star Kim Kardashian's apparent belief in the theory that the 1969 moon landing was fake. Yes, Kim Kardashian, we've been to the moon before 6 times. And even better, NASA Artemis is going back under the leadership of POTUS. We won the last race, and we'll win it again.
I'm sending you, so far, 1 million interviews with both Buzz Aldrin and the other one.
Do it.
This girl says, what was the scariest moment? And he goes, there was no scary moment because it didn't happen. It could have been scary, but it wasn't because it didn't happen. So he's gotten old and now he slurs on his thing. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. So I think it didn't happen.
I'm going to go on a massive deep dive is what's going to happen. Okay. I'm going to go on a serious deep dive.
I sent her conspiracies all the time. I'm sending you.
She says, I send her conspiracy theory all the time.
We don't care.
So can
this show doesn't care.
Are we in agreement with Kim Kardashian? I don't know. I mean, it's allegedly. Allegedly. I could believe Sean, but it just seems like
I hear a lot of talk both ways.
Do you have a leaning? Do you want to put it on the record or do you want to keep it to yourself?
I think that we have been there. That's the way I feel.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel that we have. Maybe not.
Can we say it this way? We've been there, but we can believe that we've been there and also believe the 1969 one was not legit.
I can. I know that might be a stretch for some people. I don't have a problem with that statement.
See, I mean, I don't want to put too many words in your mouth, but you believe, and I'm more and more believing this, that we may not have just been there. We may be there all the time. We may have a base there. This is allegedly. Sure. This is just opinion. That's all this is just opinion.
Sure.
So in other words, that means she don't want to comment, Joe.
No, I don't mind talking about it. I feel like, yeah, probably so. Obviously, nobody can prove it. I certainly can't prove it. But what if we went there and some stuff happened or went down, or maybe somebody saw something that they didn't need to see and don't need to be talking about things. And so we supposedly went 6 times, but Delane says, I don't believe we would have faked it 6 times. That's a good point. Good point of view. But not just us. What if China is there, like now, like have been there. They've been there and they got things going on. And what if Russia's been there and they've got things going on? I know that we're getting like way out there right now, but I do believe at least the United States of America have been there.
Yes, I do too.
Something happened because we stopped going.
Yeah, that's the question.
I don't at all believe that we completed the mission and did everything there was to do. And I certainly
and then just lost it.
Don't believe we lost the technology and we could no longer. So there's the great question in my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, if you believe we were there, why were we forbidden to return there for so many decades? But now all of a sudden, we're going to get to go back.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Woo! I think it's time for this.
The Supernatural AI Update. Brought to you by Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy! It's the Supernatural AI Update.
Just in time.
Supernatural AI Update.
Yo.
We start off with a mild one tonight, but probably is not mild. Mild in comparison to the chicken awards that will come later. But Uber CEO predicts that all cars could be completely autonomous, meaning driverless, in 20 years.
Okay.
Driving reduced to a hobby like horseback riding. In an unsettling prediction that could spell the end of personal freedom behind the wheel, Uber CEO, and I'm not going to attempt his name, has declared that within 20 plus years, every car on the road will be fully autonomous, with human driving becoming rare. Okay, sounds good to me. With human driving becoming a rare pastime similar to horseback riding today, his vision shared during a recent interview with Axel Springer, CEO, also foresees a sharp decline in private car ownership as big tech pushes for driverless future dominated by ride-sharing giants. So 20 years, I'll be almost 80. I won't need to drive anyway.
You're not going to drive at 80?
I think I will. I think I'll still drive at 80.
I think you'll
I think
want
I'll be
to.
doing pretty good at 80.
Yeah. To kind of tag on to that story, did not Elon Musk tell us sometime next year in 2026 that you'll be able to hire your car out?
Yep, he sure did.
Just take yourself to work, and then while you're in there, just
let it work for you.
Clicking that mouse and doing all your little things you do, doing all the things.
Let's be honest.
Hire your car out.
Let's be honest.
Let your car
that
go.
That sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a great.
That's what all these things. That's what they're going to spend it. Y'all, can you imagine? You're at your desk working, if you still have a job, if that even still exists, or whatever your job is, maybe digging ditches, working on the house, building a house, and your car or your truck is taking people to the airport.
It's working for you.
It's working for you.
Your car's working for you to pay its own car payment.
And it knows when it's time for you to get off work.
Yeah.
and it just shows back up and picks you up.
Yeah, just stop scheduling those rides at about, I don't know, 2:30 p.m.
You get in your car, a screen comes up and says, "Hello, Larry, good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Today we made $250 for you. Enjoy that. Would you like to deposit that as we drive down the road and have a meal waiting for you at your home delivered by the robots?
And
we could deduct your money now."
If it was me, I would say yes and go ahead and order dinner while you're doing that.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
Yep.
Okay, Nvidia and Uber forged historic partnership to deploy 100,000 AI-powered robo-taxis by 2027. Why not? 100,000 by a little over a year from now. Think about this. In a landmark announcement in Washington, D.C., Nvidia and Uber revealed a strategic alliance to deploy 100,000 level 4 autonomous vehicles globally, with rollout beginning in 2027. The partnership aims to revolutionize urban mobility by integrating Nvidia's cutting-edge AI infrastructure with Uber's vast ride-hailing network, bridging human-driven and autonomous transformation. So yeah, so this is literally the beginning of your freedom to just get in your car and drive somewhere is going to be gone. And it all goes back to credit systems, social credit systems.
Yep.
Because if everything is autonomous like this, that is all in a system. If you're not good and you don't do what you're supposed to do, you don't get to go anywhere because you can't have your own car anymore. And something's going to happen. I go back to when the housing market crashed and they had to prop up the auto dealerships. Auto manufacturers. 2008. And they had the cash for clunkers. I asked that question not long ago, and I'm asking it again.
That up.
When is the last time you have seen multiple older version cars, 60s, 70s, 80s, and even early 90s?
It's an anomaly sure.
It is an anomaly. Every once in a while you'll see one and you can tell they've keeping it up for a car show or something like that. But all of the older vehicles on the road are gone. So don't believe for a moment that they can't eliminate vehicles.
Yeah.
There will be incentives and people will take that incentive. Hey, how about we give you $10,000 right now or $25,000 credit to be given over 2 or 3 years, but you get free riding for a year with this autonomous vehicle, but you have to give up your vehicle and we take it and we crush it down and we recycle it. But you've got a free year of rides anywhere you want to go, and you're also going to get paid money. It could be anything like that, and people by the millions will turn their vehicles over. And next thing you know, nobody has a vehicle, and then they renege on their promise, and now you have no freedom. That's where this is going.
You have got this all laid out.
Jesus is coming to get me before all this. I'm hoping. I'm hoping he is.
Say goodbye to your independence, Rick said.
Let's talk a little bit about 3I Atlas. Still in the news.
Waiting on this one.
Still in the news. So this article says the mysterious interstellar object has unexpectedly started brightening. Not only was it also that it changed directions, but it's now starting to get brighter. Since it was first spotted in early July, scientists have been fascinated by 3I Atlas, the third object in history to have been spotted cruising through our solar system from interstellar space. The visitor, which is generally suspected to be a comet, has been racing through our star system at a blistering velocity, reaching its closest point to the sun on October 29th. During that close approach, scientists were surprised to note that the 3I Atlas brightened much faster than they anticipated. Comets commonly form a tail of gas and dust as they approach the sun, as its radiation causes solid ice to sublimate into gas, causing material to be stripped from the surfaces that then reflect more light. However, astronomers were caught off guard by how quickly 3I Atlas luminously grew in observations by 2 solar observatories. And it says that relying on these observatories is a stopgap measure, since Earth-based observatories won't be able to track the object until it reemerges from behind the sun in early December.
Wow.
The reason for 3I's rapid brightening, which far exceeds the brightening rate of most, was that Oort cloud comets?
Oort cloud.
At similar radial distances remains unclear. However, they provided several theories as to why 3I atlas may have lit up much faster than expected. For one, it could be the object's immense speed. It's been traveling at a speed roughly 137,000 miles per hour, significantly faster than either of the two previously discovered interstellar objects. Or it could have something to do with the object's composition itself, or it could have something to do with somebody turned the high beams on.
Did you hear that, Delane? 137,000 miles per hour. Yeah. So, wow. The mystery.
It's doing a lot of things that they don't expect.
The mystery continues, and you probably don't have a story on what is the comet behind 3I Atlas.
I don't know.
Because whatever its name is, because I can never remember the name of this comet, they are technically quietly more concerned with it, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, I think. How did they
meaning that it comes towards us?
How did they say it? I think they feel there's some more reason to be concerned, whatever the name of this one is. And I don't know when it makes a close approach. What is he over here saying?
He said, I'm scared.
Comets are supposedly generated. Oh,
all right, here we go. Here we go. Watch this here, Rogan.
Pay attention at all to 3I Atlas? Are you watching
the comet?
Yeah, whatever it is.
That's a hell of a name, actually.
Yeah, it's a third.
It sounds like Third Eye or something.
Yeah, it does. 3I is the third. It's only the third interstellar object that's detected.
Okay.
It's fascinating also because it's made almost entirely of nickel, and the only way that exists here is industrial alloys, apparently.
There are definitely comets and asteroids that are made primarily of nickel. The places where you mine nickel on Earth is actually where there was an asteroid or comet that hit Earth that was a nickel-rich, asteroid.
Wow! And it left a giant
meteorite.
nickel-rich deposit.
Yeah, that's it's coming. Those are from impacts. It'll be a very sort of heavy spaceship.
So you catch what he said? The only place you can mine nickel is in places that asteroids have hit the Earth and brought the nickel.
And we have quite a few of those on Earth, obviously, those craters.
And he goes on to say that would be an awful heavy spaceship made all out of nickel. So he believes that it is a comet. So let's continue with the Supernatural AI update. Really rapid fire here. This is sort of cute, but it's also a little, it's just what we talk about here. I use Adobe Photoshop, and I want to show you this is just further evidence. Every week we just tell you further evidence that you just don't know. You're not going to be able to know.
Face paintings on the buckets are well preserved.
I'm going to refresh it so you can hear this.
Apparently, their viewpoint also doesn't match with the background. And after I have the 3D shape, I will be able to freely adjust the camera. I can turn them to face away, so it looks like they are walking toward the house. Or I can turn them around, so it looks like they just got their candy and they are leaving the house. Now let's pick up scale and see.
What's this?
And in the meanwhile, let me bring back the original asset so we can compare them. Okay.
There we go.
So in other words, Photoshop now has built into it. If you have the program, you already got it. It's included. It's not an extra price. You can now take a picture, and automatically AI will generate the entire circumference of that person or that item. And with a click, you can turn it around, make it go in the opposite direction, of which was not in the picture. None of that was in the picture.
They've had to build that image.
Exactly. Instantaneously. That is, every week we just try to tell you more and more. That's why Jesus said, see that you be not deceived. Okay? Let us continue. This is just a real quick one. It says the CEOs of Nvidia, Samsung, and Hyundai were seen taking shots together in a now viral video. It might look like a casual moment, but when three of the biggest names in AI, chips, and robotics are at the same table taking shots and making toast together, people start thinking about what kind of deals could be taking shape. Conversations like this don't always start in boardrooms. So the caption is, when the CEOs of Nvidia, Samsung, and Hyundai meet and have a shot, you know the future has been negotiated. Next, how about this? The entire U.S. economy right now is 7 companies sending trillions back and forth to each other. Listen to this caption here, and you see them. OpenAI, Microsoft, Intel, Nvidia, X, which is Elon Musk, Oracle, and AMD, and of course, Nvidia is in the middle, feeding all of these. The AI industry is now running on a $1 trillion loop where a handful of companies are investing in, selling to, and buying from each other to keep the momentum going. Bloomberg's latest report shows how OpenAI, Nvidia, Oracle, AMD, and Microsoft are locked in a closed circuit of billion-dollar deals. OpenAI buys chips from Nvidia. Nvidia plans to invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI. Oracle rents those same Nvidia chips to OpenAI. AMD gives OpenAI the right to buy 160 million shares. The cycle feeds itself without needing any outside money. Some say it's the most expensive feedback loop in tech history. Others see it as the cost of building the future. But this structure is what many now point to as a clear sign of a coming bubble.
I have a observation.
Okay.
Where's Palantir in all of this?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good question.
So are they actually at the very top of this food chain? Because
Probably.
why are they not even being mentioned in this story?
Yeah, they got fingers in all of them. And of course, the Palantir is being funded by the government. The government, that's the big one. Now I got 2 more quick things to show you about UFOs. Yeah. I think these will be some really good nominees for the Golden Chicken Award. But quickly, I want to remind you one more time to go to LarryRagland.com, and you can see all of our former shows are there. You can get a copy of our book, which, by the way, I have a copy of it right here. I See Greatness in You. Mm-hmm. We have it in hardcover. We have it in paperback. We also have it in Kindle version.
And guess what? Christmas is on the way.
Yes, it is. Christmas is on the way.
Just saying.
Just go. And who knows? We might run. I think we're going to run a Black Friday.
I hope we do.
I'm going to go ahead and run. We're going to do a Black Friday deal. But you can get it there, hardcover, and you can get all different versions. But more than anything, you can join our mailing list so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on in the big picture world by going to the yellow banner at the top and click Get Your Free Gift. And when you do that, here's what's going to happen. 2 things are going to happen. You're going to join our awesome Noah Generation list, so you can be on the cutting edge of everything that's happening to the Big Picture family. And you're also going to get a free ebook called The Burning Generation PDF. The cutting edge. Oh, you finally get to use your little prop.
See my tiny sword?
Get you cutting edge. Cool? Oh, I was wondering how he's going to work that in. All right, so watch this. UFO Tracker. It's an app. Mm-hmm. Shows thousands of eerie underwater objects lurking along the U.S. coast. The truth is out there. A popular UFO reporting app has recorded thousands of sightings of unidentified submersible objects, USOs, near U.S. waterways, phenomena which high-ranking U.S. Navy officials warn could pose a threat to national security.
Notice that last sentence. Navy. Because all of this is now under purview of the Navy.
The Navy.
Not the Air Force.
Not the Air Force. Enigma, which touts itself as the largest queryable historical sighting database for global UFO sightings, claims it has received reports on over 30,000 unidentified flying objects and unidentified anomalous phenomena since launching in 2022. But the sightings have been limited to the skies, with reports also coming in strange objects rising from the depths of the sea or plunging into the water without even a splash. And of course, what is the guy from Tennessee, the congressman that's always talking about this? What's his name? Tim Burchett. Yeah, he said, forget looking up. He said the things that we keep getting told about is what's underneath the water. And he said they're as big as 3 football fields long. But here's the other thing I want to show you. This is a video where this guy's talking about it, and this is just interesting.
With everything that's going on in the year 2025, including 3i Atlas and alleged UFO sightings all across the world, Now we have even more things to be concerned about. This latest headline out of the New York Post, UFO tracker, shows thousands of eerie underwater objects lurking along the U.S. coast. Like many of you, I was shocked to even know we have a UFO tracker. You can actually download certain apps, okay, in the Google Play Store and the App Store that'll help you track alleged UFOs. Now, one of the crazier parts of the story is they actually released what was tracked and where it was found. This is a chart of the east coast of the United States. Take a look at how many objects, unidentified objects, are under the water lurking all up the east coast of the United States of America. Is all this talk now starting to add up because of the alleged arrival of 3i Atlas at the end of the month? There are so many unanswered questions, but the one thing I want you to keep in the back of your mind, as I say in all my videos, please take this as entertainment purposes only. This is for entertainment purposes only, because like I said, it may be reported in the news or all over social media, but no one has come out and officially confirmed any of this information. So I guess my question to you is, do you think this is just another distraction? Or is it something we need to be concerned with?
Squirrel. So what is your opinion in the live chat?
All right, please tell us.
All right, so we want to know what you think. So here we go. It's time for the nominees of the Golden Chicken Award. They are...
Woo! We're going to go with number 1, Elon talks to Rogan. How about that one? Number 2, dynamic pricing. I'm going to go number 3, babies created from skin cells. Seriously? And number 4, those underwater UFOs. So y'all get after it.
Here we go. You know what's next? The highlight of your night.
Woo!
That's why you all came. Thank you for that super chat, Funkbird. This is why you're here, baby.
Oh, yeah. It all hinges on this part right here, right?
We got a number 2. We got some 3s. Everybody's liking that 3. It is pretty gross. Well, they all on 3 tonight. You did not. No, you didn't.
Yes. And the winner is...
Oh my goodness. Not only has this been possibly the longest show we've ever done.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be number 3. Babies created from those skin cells.
Absolutely. Don't want no skin cell babies. No skin cell babies. Thank y'all for being with us for literally, let me see, officially, 2 hours and 12 minutes. This ain't the longest. We went a little bit longer now.
I can't even believe it.
It just feels that way.
I can't believe this is not the longest one
You've been with us
ever.
for 2 hours and 12 minutes of live golden YouTube video.
You must love us and this show.
Yep. And by the way, if you do love us, even if you don't love us, just do it for spite. Just subscribe for spite. It don't cost you anything. And that way you'll come back and you can get mad at us again.
Yep.
And just hate us.
I do love you, but that cappuccino is calling me.
Yeah, come on. Hey, we love you guys. We appreciate you so much. We always want to remind you that we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake. See you next time.
Help us build the big picture family. We're on a mission to wake up the world to what is really going on. Go to LarryRagland.com to give a one-time gift or become a monthly partner. Any amount blesses the entire big picture family. While you're there, pick up our book, I See Greatness in You. Browse our merchandise store, connect on social media, and get on the big picture mailing list at LarryRagland.com. Join us and be a part of the big picture family, where we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake.